Hey, this is Tim Pierce. Here's a blues lesson that centers more on double stops and chordal playing. Click the link below if you want to check out the full blues course in the Academy. Over 35 videos with jam tracks and tabs. Also click the link below if you want to check out all the free classic rock soloing lessons. So this is a fun one for me because it has double stops, it has some chord action, and it has a riff that I got from Alvin Lee in 10 Years After when I was a little kid. He was one of the guitar players I listened to. That's this thing. So let's start. I have my index finger planted on the 3rd fret, strings 1 and 2. I'm not playing that, it's just kind of planted there. But it allows me to come up and do this. Because it's kind of solidly planted right there. So what happens is I do a half step from my 2nd finger to my 3rd finger on string 2 at frets 4 and 5. And that's a hammer-on. And then with the pick, I do downstrokes, and I walk it down. So do the hammer-on, and then walk down. And make sure both notes sound the whole time. And then to finish out the phrase, I do something kind of convenient. And that's just a seesaw. What that is, string 3, fret 5, finger 3, and I bounce back and hit the home position again, and then drop back down and play the C note again. So, just to play it. And then I have to do a stretch because I'm using my index finger and I want to drop down to the A note down here. And what this is, it's a real stretch. 3rd finger, 5th fret, string 3, and I drop down to the index finger, 2nd fret, string 3. And then I do a seesaw here, over to string 4, 5th fret, and then back, string 3, 2nd fret. So that's an up and back also. Shall we say, it's a down and back. That's more accurate. So let me do this whole thing. I'm going to break it up in a different way. I'm going to break it up into 2 parts. That being one part, and then the next riff is... That makes a lot of sense to me to look at it that way. So that last riff is 5-2, 5-2. And it's a real stretch. You kind of have to lift off to get to it. It's something good to practice, though, to be able to do this big stretch between the 3rd finger and the index finger down low. So let's review. I'm on the top 2 strings. My index finger is planted at fret 3, but I walk up from 4 to 5 on the 2nd string with finger 2, finger 3, and it's a hammer. And then I pound it and walk it down, letting both strings sound. Then I play the C note at fret 5, string 3, and then I restrike the double stop right there. I'll play it fast. I'll play it slow. And then the last piece is 5-2, 5-2. And we're on string 3 and string 4. And we're stretching pretty far with these 2 fingers across 3 frets. Now I'll play the whole thing. more time, a little slower. So the next piece is a double stop and a chord, and the band goes to D, and I go up the neck to do this thing. I come up to the D position up here, the 10th fret, and I basically slide up with my index finger and my second finger. Index is at 8 on string 2, second finger is at 9 on string 3, and I slide up from there. So the first pick is at these frets, but I slide up instantly, so it's essentially destination where the actual thing sounds, which is 2 frets higher, which is 10 and 11. So sliding up from 8 and 9 to 10 and 11. So I slide back down too. So up, down, up, down. Slide up and pause. Destination being third finger, third string, fret 11, and second finger, second string, fret 10. It's your destination. But you start 2 frets lower. Down, up, down. And the distortion on the guitar helps everything sound smooth and even and have sustain. Wouldn't be quite as good on a totally clean sound. Now the next move even feels a little foreign to me, because I'm letting those strings ring, and I sneak in these 2 fingers here, and I bring the index finger over to the first string. So I take what's there, what's already there, and the first thing I think I do is the third finger goes down string 4 fret 10, the little finger goes down string 2 fret 10, and then the index finger moves over string 1 fret 8. And so I form this chord, just, C6, and it's going to get slid up too. So I land there. These fingers move in real quick, albeit silently. Got to get them in there quick. Now the index finger can lag because I'm not using that note until I strike these first 3 notes. So that's a trick. If I plant these 2 fingers first and I slide up, I really don't need to use the index finger until I've already slid up and I'm grabbing this note, the D note at fret 10 on string 1. So that makes it more convenient because I don't have to move 3 fingers into position, I just have to move 2. So let's check it out again. Drop these 2 fingers in at fret 10, slide them up, and then strike the high D note with your index finger. You can kind of let it kind of rest for a second. And once you strike it, scoop up again from 10 to 12, and back down to 10. So you're basically keeping this shape no matter what you do. The idea is to keep this shape intact as you slide from fret to fret. That time I did put the index finger into position early. You can do that, or you can just let it rest until we slide up. And let me say what this is again, really slowly. It's fret 10, string 4, fret 9, string 3, fret 10, string 2. That gets slid up, and then it's fret 10, string 1 with the index finger, and slide back down. But in order to slide back down, I scoop up and slide back down. It's really a classic blues thing. Stormy Monday. The idea is to make all the notes ring together. I'm going to do it really slowly. time.